would come in and sit down on the side and basically just observe the women on the floor. Men have gotten to a point where some of them are so detached from humanity.
Because a lot of us are dating men that are homosocials, not homosexual at all. He just does not find women interesting.
A man is the easiest thing in the world to get, period. And who would have the most beautiful women. That's not even something a lot of men are even checking for anymore. And it's because they don't like us.
When a man approaches a woman, he don't know you, so how he gonna like you?
Be scary as and I don't understand why.
Of how social media has ruined relationships and dating.
Men don't come up to you, not even nobody comes up to you in the club. Nobody comes up to you in the club. They be scary as and I don't understand why.
And this is Exhibit A of how social media has ruined relationships and dating. Baby, the reason why men are not approaching you is because there have been mass of women who've come online who've said they don't want men to approach them. They don't want nothing to do with men. They don't care about men. There's even been some who have literally pulled out a camera when a man was trying to talk to her and literally embarrassed him and made him feel less than simply because he's doing what comes natural to him, which is trying to talk to a woman. And slowly but surely, these videos, these comments, all of this stuff is making its round on social media, and men are choosing to opt out of approaching women. They are saying, listen, this is how women feel, so we're going to respect it, and we're going to fall back and enjoy our company and enjoy ourselves.
You know what these ladies are hoping? They're hoping the guy, they want to talk to them, because there are still some men that'll go do it. And you can tell from the energy they carry. This is a video I showed yesterday. The energy that they're carrying around with the throwing up the middle fingers is a lady that guys don't want to talk to anyway. Men have standards now. It's a lot deeper. I know the young brother thought of what was on his mind, but it's that also ladies want guys to talk to them just to reject them. And men aren't going for it anymore. And you know, men can tell when a girl rejects him just to reject him. You know, it pisses men off. Even back in the day, I would talk to girls. They'd reject me. And I can tell they were rejecting me to reject me. The only time that worked is when I was trying to pick up stragglers. When I was talking to random girl after random girl after random girl. And I'm talking about when I was twisted, talk to like 50, 60 girls at night, getting rejected, your confidence is there. But when your confidence is not there, it's shot. But I say this. You ladies are rejecting, have rejected, because it's not happening anymore. You've rejected so much men, it's to the point of no return now. It's never coming back. Now, guys, I have to get into this because you saw the video that I did yesterday talking about the DC nightclub, ladies saying they're getting pushed, right? A brother responded. And you can tell from this comment right here that men really don't care. I saw this comment. I said, man, men really don't care. Wow. Listen to what he said. He said, hey, was at the club in DC a few weeks ago. I blocked out his name. You know, I wanted to keep some privacy somewhat. So push the lady. So hey, was at the club in DC a few weeks ago. We push ladies out the way because they really don't move. He pushed them out the way because they don't move. And I understand. It's been situations when I was in a club and people have said, hey, can you move? And some people are drunk. They don't hear it. All they hear is the music. They're in the zone. So guys are saying, move. Get out the way. Get out the way. And handle what needs to be handled. And this is what he said. Men get moved too. It's not gender specific. So yeah, ladies, don't feel bad. The guys, that you consider alphas, they're pushing everybody out the way. Men, women, and children. Now, they're not pushing kids, but they may pick a kid up. Come here, little kid. Move! That's what's going on now. Ladies, we gotta keep it real for a second. Isn't this the men you want? The aggressive men who don't care? The nonchalant men who don't care? This is what you want. Welcome to your future, where men don't care.
So the other night I went to a function and I realized a lot of what we see in male behavior when they're out in public and at parties is just an adage of the male loneliness epidemic many of them are struggling through. Let me explain. So basically at this party, what I came to notice was it was a smaller function so I could make observations more easily. The women were on the dance floor often interacting with each other, and the men would come in and sit down on the side and basically just observe the women on the floor. And I was observing them, observing the women. And it was almost like they were watching, I don't know, puppies at play. I think men have gotten to a point where some of them are so detached from humanity,
Can't make this shit.
so devoid of genuine connections that have depth and therefore empathy, warmness, and other feelings of closeness that are chemically released by our brains when in close relations with others, even if on a platonic level. They lack this, and therefore they're cut off from a large experience of humanity, which is bonds and how they make us behave. So instead of getting these things in their own way, they do what people often do when they're devoid of a certain emotion in their life. When you're painfully single, you yearn. When you don't have any humanity connection, you're going to go out to spaces where you can observe them. And this turns into a lot of men being in these spaces just standing around and watching. They're essentially monitoring spirits personified, because at this point, this is the only way they can even observe humanity, if not even participating in it, because it's so foreign to them. It is no different than watching, say, puppies play. You see, it brings them joy to see carried out because it may release emotions they have no other way of accessing due to their lack of social connections with others. And when I asked them why they were doing this, they couldn't even tell me themselves. They couldn't even tell me why they were on the sideline. I went up to them and I said, "Are you going to just stare at the party or participate in it?" Only one man got up. The rest of them continued to just observe and stare at the women in the party actually participating in it, while trying to almost wrap their minds around how these people were able to socialize and also siphon energy from the socialization and fun that was happening in front of them, rather than even talking to each other and trying to build bonds with one another. They were so in awe at the performance of humanity, and it really reflected how long they had gone without it.
Look at you. The smart, the free getter on the government's dime, and wonder why Trump is taking it away. This is the future where ladies tell men what to do. Why aren't you enjoying? Why aren't you like, this is scary. Like, I'm sorry, I gotta call it out. This lady looks very sickly. And that's one of the reasons, another reason why men aren't participating as well. Because you're all with the same guy, you know. I'm gonna leave it there. But you guys get what I'm saying. Let's move on.
Love to be the one to say it. Club culture dying is a huge reflection on how prominent the DL community actually is. Let's think about this for a second. That video that girl made, the viral video about how club culture is dying because guys want to be the girls now. Because men are so concerned being the center of attention. Basically, everything used to be about the woman. And why are men okay with this shift in priority? And why has the priorities shifted in general? I think it could be for a couple things. One, I do think some men actually just like to flex on other men, and it's kind of like a big dick swinging contest. But that also used to include who would have the most women in their section and who would have the most beautiful women. That's not even something a lot of men are even checking for anymore, and it's because they don't like us. They really don't care about the women. They never did. And the fact that a lot of men are not caring about the fact that their sections are just filled with men should be very telling as to how they actually feel. This is a lot of men's dream come true, and that's why it's changing. I do think there are two scenarios. One, the ego trumps your desire for women so much to the point where you're willing to be sharing a bottle with 20 other dudes to feel important. And
I gotta stop her from talking. because I want to let her continue, but ego, men are putting their ego to the side. What are you talking about? They want to be talked to so bad, they're calling us egotistical from having drinks with each other, from having male bonds. Ego. The nerve. Like, seriously. You're talking just to talk. Like, TikTok has gotten out of hand. And, you know, the other lady, she's like, oh, well, you know, you need to participate the male loneliness epidemic. No, men are fine. We're not lonely. Look, tell you like this, right? I got to tell you like this. You ladies have to understand. Some of you get it. Some of you get it. When you're a man, life is lonely. When you're a man, life is lonely. Even a man that gets ladies, his life is lonely. I remember back in the day, I can get women without a problem. But there's seasons. Every man goes through, not every man, but every regular man goes through seasons of loneliness, which some of you ladies will never understand. Because, oh, we have friends and we have relationships and we hate each other. We can't stand each other. Always doing this. This is why you want guys to talk to you more. So you can do this more. When we're not talking to you, you're doing this. When we're talking to you, look at this man talking to me. We're not talking. We're talking. Creep.
Make it make sense.
He's looking at me. It's crazy.
To feel like you're in a space of importance opposed to actually prioritizing being around women. And they want to feel important so bad to the point where they're all fighting to get one Instagram story of one bottle that they didn't even pay for, or they're just DL, or they dislike men. And that's exactly where they want to be, and they're happy in their home.
Yeah, so that girl was pretty much saying that guys don't talk to them. And this is what the men said. You're in the club, Habibi. We don't go to clubs. That's partly true. Men have stopped going to clubs. Man definition, 180 that looks like Chris Hemsworth and have at least two, I don't know what that is, in the bank. So the man said he's getting money pretty much. Men have been told not to approach girls. I get slapped every time I do. I wonder what he's doing, but I guess that could be happening. But all across the board, this is what men are saying.
As a female, everything falls down to pretty privilege. I'm sorry, everything really does fall down to pretty privilege, because I've been sick as for 5 days and I decided to come out, and I didn't have my hair done. I had it like in those roller pins and plus a headscarf, and I was driving to my appointment, and this man then chased me down in his car trying to get my number in a highway going 80 miles per hour. Cool, whatever. And then later on in the day, I do my hair, I do my makeup, try to go get an oil change. Mind you, I go to take, because this stuff is supposed to take 5 minutes. Tell me why I was at the oil change for 25 minutes. These men trying to, oh, you know, if you press this, your car can go in econ mode. You can save some money, right? Another guy gonna tell me, oh, you heard about our discount? I can give you $18 off. Another guy gonna be like, oh, seems like your tire on the brother.
Yes. You have to understand, guys want to see you in your regular essence. So especially out at nightclubs, men want no parts. And other lady complaining, a lot of men just want to go and have fun. She's wondering why she's not getting talked to. When you're dressed up, men are not talking to you. You're in your over there. I'm with my girls. That's what they want to do. Men drinking about it. Come talk to me. You come talk. I'm with my girls. Buy the drink and we'll talk to you. Until then, Like, no, never again.
The men that are in the clubs. And you date a man that is always in the club, yeah, it's fun, right? Because you have a great connect, you have a table, you're having the time of your life. But when you and that man break up, where are you supposed to go? You can't go back to the streets because that's where your man is. The whole point of going back to the streets is to not run into your ex. If you found him in the streets and then you have to go back to the streets, he's just gonna be there. Men that you see in the club should remain your friends. They should remain your friends so that when you do go through a breakup, you hit them up and you go out with them. And 9 times out of 10, it's not gonna work out with the guy that you found in the club. Like, it's just not.
This girl, man, you cannot. You know what she just said, right? Just smash him. This is what they want. They want to smash and dash, and they're wondering why men aren't serious. I see it all the time down in my comments. You know what men are saying? Just wait it out. Somebody's giving it up. That's today's date market. The man said, just wait it out. Somebody's going to be giving it up. You ladies are easy. Look at her. She's telling it. Keep that man as your friend. You're going to see him in the streets anyway. Might as well just. She said that in so many words. Like, seriously, I'm still in the field. I see her. Oh, yeah. I know. I see her. I'm going at her. Easy pickings. She just told me I'm down for the slaying. All you have to do is just say, how you doing? Yeah, let me talk to you for a second. She's stopping. Oh, you talk to me. I'm telling you guys, I was out in the West. I said, wow. It's weird. Like the way girls are so open, but it's their natural habitat to be so open. They're waiting to give it away. She was like, oh, I'm surprised you talked to me. I'm sure if I were to push forward, crazy.
All got saw. Can you get a guy's number right now?
I don't
Probably
want a
not.
man's number. A man is the easiest thing in the world to get, period.
So can I see you get one? You don't got to do nothing with a number, but can I see your game?
I mean, I could have just got one if you were just in that club right now. I gotta fight people
Club is
off.
different. Club is different because, the energy is different there.
No,
The
it's
ego.
What's it like when nobody's
But why
around?
would I want to put myself in that situation?
You just said guys are the easiest to get. You got
Because
game.
y'all are, look at you talking to me right now. I didn't even come up and talk to you. Why are you talking to us right now?
But it's for a video.
Okay.
But I'm
y'all
saying-
are so easy to get. The attention is so easy to get.
You could never get my attention if I wasn't interviewing.
Okay, so then go
Girl math is thinking that just because a guy wants to interview you for a YouTube video means he wants you. Girl math is thinking just because you was in a club and a couple guys were shooting a shot because they had liquor in the system, all the guys in the world want you. Girl math is when you put them under pressure and or they get nervous, they never actually answer the question and they fold under pressure, so they try to reverse the situation on you and make it look like you're the idiot and or the bad guy, when in reality they're just nervous and they don't know if they can do what is being asked and or they can't answer the question.
You know what's funny about that? That's girl math everywhere. My wife tells me all the time. Like, I play around in stores, right? My wife says, stop. She's going to think you like her. All the time. I'm very cool with everybody. I talk to everybody. Oh, stop. She's going to think you like her. Same thing here. Same thing in the West. Same thing everywhere. There's modern women there. There's modern woman here. There's modern woman in Thailand. There's a lot of modern women in Africa. There's modern woman in Brazil. There's modern woman in Mexico. There's modern feminist woman all across the board. The ones that have had lessons from their parents are the ones that you go for. And there's still a lot outside of the West. And that's what ladies have to understand. That's your competition, ladies. Your competition is on a world market. Airplanes open up the world.
To listen to what he says and how he feels about women in general. Because a lot of us are dating men that are homosocials And homosocials mean that he's not homosexual at all. He just does not find women interesting. Everything that he finds interesting has something to do with other men, going to sporting events, hanging out with them.
So now as men, we're not even allowed to have shared interests with our friends, because if we do, according to her, it makes us homosocials. So all the buzzwords that they normally use, toxic masculinity, narcissists, men being down low, all those words, they don't have the same effect anymore that it once did. So she's trying to come up with something new to insult and shame men for just being men. Because if that makes sense, then we can apply the same logic to women. If a woman decides to go to the nail salon with her girlfriend, then she's a homosocial. If she decides to go to brunch with a bunch of her girls, then she's a homosocial. You see how stupid that sounds? That's just a woman that's hanging out with her friends that has shared interests. Also, there's a lot of men out there that love to hang out with their women instead of their homeboys. The problem is you don't have a man. That's why you came up with that.
Yeah. And they'll say anything. And that's what they have to do, especially the ones that don't have a man. Shame. Just like the white girl early in the video. Oh, you know, men need to do this, do that. They want to tell us what to do. They want control. The feminist ideology wants to control the man. Satan, woman, man. God, man, wife, child. It's done to us. It's cooked.
1% of women who are so freaking stunning and gorgeous available to men visually. This has honestly rotted their freaking brain. They think that if you are not like social media hot in real life, which is so unattainable for most of us women, that you are just like no good. You're mid. You're nothing. They will just bash you. But here's the thing. The social media hottie, they have positioned themselves in a way where these men feel like, oh, I might have a chance. Let me tell you something, honey bunny. No, you do not. Unless you're Jeff Bezos or some extremely rich man or have some sort of lineage of wealth, you have zero access to these women. So you need to fall in line. Meanwhile, most of us women are happy if you even look like a freaking thumb. As long as you're nice to us, the bar is so goddamn low. Okay, you can look like Thing. All right, you don't even need to be much. You don't even need to really be that appealing. Are you nice? Are you maybe not going to cheat on us for a little bit? Are you going to treat us right? Like, honestly, the bar for men is so goddamn low. And they just think like, oh, look at this girl I'm scrolling through. You don't know her, and she don't know you, and she don't want to. Okay, you really have, honestly, you're rotted. Wow. You're rotted, okay? You're cooked. There's no way that the 1%, which seems like there's more because on social media, do you know how many people are in this world? So many, okay? And that 1% of smart women, of stunning, beautiful, intelligent women come on this app because God bless you, queen. You know what you're doing and how to make money. But it has made men have this illusion of availability that they can actually get women like that. No, you cannot. No, you cannot. So stop. Halt. Pump the brakes. You are not all that. In fact, most women hate men. And in this era of having a man is embarrassing, you should be blessed to have a woman even blink in your direction, okay? But the availability of these like super hotties is not what you think it is, okay? It's really not that serious. Y'all better stop.
American women didn't want me, so I went to the beach and got a much hotter Latina that does want me and looks way better than all these salty girls that are getting mad at all the good-looking men that are, 35, 37 with money. She is 20 years old, by the way, are leaving behind the masculinity, leaving behind the entitlement, or beautiful, feminine, submissive.
I just left the tire shop because I had to get a tire replaced. Obviously, I had a tire.
Just by the title of this video, entitlement coming in 3, 2, 1.
And as I'm getting out of my car to hand it over to the folks, there's two seats, two like folding chairs sitting under an umbrella, both occupied by grown men. And as I'm getting out of my car, one of the guys looks over at me, looks at my car, and I'm thinking he's about to offer me his seat.
And there you have it, only 10 seconds later. Ladies, why do y'all feel so entitled to what people already have? Y'all do this with men in every facet of life. It's not just with giving up seats. Y'all literally walk around thinking just because I am a woman, I am entitled to things. A creator by the name of the Black Shawn Michaels once said, ladies, what is something that is socially acceptable that men can require from women? Because women have a laundry list of what they think men should be or what they should be doing. But what is it that men can actually say in return? Not to mention, what millennium are you living in? Feminism killed chivalry long fucking time ago. Y'all wanted equality. This is what it looks like. How many times do we have to say this? You can't have special treatment, i.e. chivalry, and have equality. That's not how this works. You should have got there before those men and got to the chair first.
He goes, is that a hybrid? No, he goes, is that electric? And I'm like, no, it's a hybrid. And he goes, how do you like it? Why are you talking to me?
So the same man that can't even spark up a general conversation about something basic about your car is the same man that you want to give up his seat to you. Y'all hoes done lost y'all fucking mind.
Offer me your seat. Where's the chivalry? Like, what the f? It's hot as hell. Why did you not offer me your seat, sir?
Same reason why you didn't offer him your number when he sparked up a conversation. No one's entitled to give you anything, the same way you're not entitled to give them anything. Yo, this shit is getting... I don't get it anymore. But you know what? You ain't gotta listen to me. I'm just a normal guy. Y'all keep the change.
Video on TikTok, and this is why I say women, birds. So basically, this girl, she made a video. She was like, when you feel bad that it's girls' night out and you're the only friend that doesn't get hit on by any man, but you realize it's because guys are lusting after them. And then there's a whole bunch of birds in the comments talking about yeah, exactly. Like, I used to feel bad and feel jealous that I wasn't getting hit on, but I realize it's because dudes, they lusting after them and they only just want one thing from them. Gee, y'all have a problem. You have a problem. And the fact that there's a whole bunch of females trying to make themselves feel better in the comments talking about exactly that. Like, the fact that you feel jealous or feel some kind of way because a man not hitting on you when you go out and your friends getting hit on, that means you're insecure. If you had internal validation, you wouldn't even be peeping stuff like that. You wouldn't even be caring about stuff like that because you know that you that. And it's like women put themselves in competition in a sense because you basically trying to make it seem like, oh, you know, the dudes, they just want to F them. First of all, when a man approaches a woman, he don't know you, so how he gonna like you? He's attracted to you. And 9 times out of 10, 99.9% of the time, when you have a man on your line, like you got hundreds of dudes in your DMs trying to get on that, they want to crack. That's most of the time. Like, so you think that if one dude hit on you that night, that means he wanted to take you serious. Y'all are slow. Very slow. Seek help. This is why I say it's a scary world. It's a scary world because you got women that think like this, and there's so many of them, G. Stay safe, ladies.
Hey, as a man, bro, you better be willing to get lonely, quiet, go in that dark place to fix your life, bro. You gotta be willing to do that. Because if you're not willing to do that, you ain't gonna never become nothing, bro. You ain't gonna have time to party, kick it all the time. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna have time to go to no happy hours and stuff. As a man, you trying to come up, bro, I don't think you need to be focusing on your relationship with God, going to the gym, staying out the way, fixing your credit, trying to get business funded, and figuring out what type of business you can invest in outside of what you probably already got, which is a 9 to 5. But all that complaining and waiting on somebody to come save you and help you and all this, man, ain't nobody coming to save you in this lifetime, man. You got to get out here and go do it on your own. You got to get out here and go make it shake. Ain't nobody finna do this for you. Nobody finna do this for you, bro.
Yeah, and that's why I decided I had to make something for guys to be able to get ahead for the law. There's tons of people out there selling programs for $300, $400, $1,000. It's out of control. I want guys to be able to win because it's something I did. It's how I sustained the income to be able to come and live here in the first place many years ago. Like, with all this started happening and it got popular, I was already here, established, and I want to help other men do the same thing. So, yeah, guys. Other than that, I thank you guys for watching, and I would definitely love to show you how this is the way. Book your consultation. Meet me on the other side. All right, guys. Thank y'all for watching. Peace out. See you next video.